Hey guys, how's it going today? It's kind of a lazy Sunday morning for me. Just finished making some sourdough bread. Freaking awesome. But today, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you downstairs to the dungeon, and Bridget's gonna kind of show you how she does her sewing, her art, how she makes her dish towels and scarves and all that kind of stuff, explain the looms to you, explain setting it up. Kind of give you an overview of kind of what she does. Alrighty, stay tuned. Head down to the dungeon and check out what Bridget's working on today. Hey, how's it going? Good. Do you want to do a little video about your weaving? Tell everyone what's going on, what you're making, and how things are going.
Sure.
So, this is your new used loom, right?
Yes. So
And you have two looms, one that's basically all manual, and one that's computer assisted, basically, right?
yeah.
So, what's the difference?
So this loom is what we call counterbalance. So I have 4 shafts here, and 2 of them are attached to this dowel, and the other 2 are attached to this dowel. So counterbalance means basically when I push one down, the other one goes up, so they balance each other.
They work in conjunction.
Yeah, so that makes an opening, which is called the shed here, where I can shoot my little shuttle.
So with this one, you only have 4 shafts on this, right?
Yeah,
And your other one, you have how many shafts?
16.
16, okay.
So the more shaft a loom has, the more possibility of draw or design
Oh, okay.
you have.
You can basically get a little more creative on the computer-assisted one with the 16 shafts.
Totally.
Okay. And putting the string, yarn,
Yeah, we call that a warp.
putting the warp on, basically you have to put each one through each one of the heddles and
Yeah.
basically count how much warp you're putting on or how much string you're putting on, right?
Yeah. So right now I have like 40 inches wide.
Okay.
Every inch has 24 thread. So that's the density of it.
Oh, okay.
So it comes up to 960 thread.
That you have to
That I have,
individually
one by
put
one,
through
put
each
through
of these.
the heddles according to my design. Some design can be simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be really complicated.
Right, right.
And after that, then we have to go through the reed here.
Okay, so not only
As
do you
well.
have to put it through each one of these heddles,
Yeah,
you also have to put it through your reed, which I think you've referred to too as like your beater bar or whatever, where you
yeah. The reed is
kind of-
inside the beater, and
Okay.
it helps to settle the density of the fabric.
Okay, so when you put your shuttle through, you just pull your beater bar and that sort of closes up your fabric, right?
Yeah, totally.
Nice, nice. Do you want to kind of show us the difference between the computer-assisted one and this one?
Yeah.
Let's go
Have a
check it out.
look.
Okay, so this is basically a computer-assisted loom, right?
Yeah, assisted.
Okay. So, and this one you're saying you got 16 shafts?
Yeah, so I have the 16 shaft here.
Basically, makes a better design, or you can do
More
more
complex.
intricate, complex designs with it, right?
Yes, totally.
So how does it work?
So basically every shaft are attached to cable,
Okay.
and they are linked to the box.
Oh, okay.
And there is solenoid. Those control the shaft.
Okay.
So basically I work on my design on the computer.
Yeah.
And then I sent my design from the computer to the box. So the computer, the loom, read when to lift which shaft
Okay.
and when to let go of the shaft. And
And
it's
this
controlled with the solenoid.
I noticed you only have 2 pedals on
Yep.
this, whereas on your other one you have what, 4?
Yeah, because I don't have 16 legs. Well, so there's one pedal to release,
Okay.
and then the other pedal, when I push down, the solenoid will put into place and catch the shaft, the good shaft that has to be lifted.
Okay.
So it's a catch and release.
Nice. Nice. And how long does it take you to do everything? Like, how long does it take you to put a warp on, or how long does it take you to leave everything here?
There's so many variable.
Okay.
So if this is a simple design, then I can be done in 2 hours just to warp.
Yeah.
But if it's something I do, those gradient warp, it can take me a day to set it up.
Oh, okay.
So it depends.
Nice, nice.
But something simple like this, putting the warp, maybe if we put 40 yards on every section, 2 hours.
2 hours? Nice. Do you want to kind of go through how you would set up the loom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So when you're setting up the loom, actually when you're working the loom, I noticed this is never on. This is only here when you set up the loom, right?
Yeah, because that's the warping bar
Okay,
that helps me set up the beam.
nice.
But when we are done with it, then we
It
take
comes
it off.
off,
Yeah.
so then you can work. I noticed you've got your counter here and a whole lot of little bars and stuff. And
Yes. So that's what we call a tension box.
Okay.
Basically, we bring all the thread going through a little mini reed here, just to separate them, and then they go up and down the dowel, which help maintain a tension.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes out there, and then we attach it to the beam.
And I noticed when you've done it in the past, you only do one section at a time, right?
Yeah, so every section is 1 inch wide. For this one, sometimes you can have loom with 2 inches wide,
Okay.
but this is 1 inch. And so we do 1 inch at a time.
How many threads are usually in 1 inch?
It depends the purpose of your fabric,
Oh, okay.
but I mostly use 24 thread per inch
Right.
PPI.
And again, you're doing something this wide
Yeah,
with 40 threads in each one.
24 thread in each one,
24 in each one.
40 inches
40
wide,
inches wide.
960 thread. Again,
Wow. And again, you're putting it through 16 shafts, so 16 heddles.
if I use all the 16, but you don't have to use all the 16 every time.
Right.
Depends.
And you're doing that all by hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
One by one,
Yeah.
960 times.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so I noticed you have a stand too for your thread, which seems to work really well. You don't just put your thread on the floor
Yeah.
and send it through.
So here, this is what I use. So to put my bobbins on.
Yeah.
So first I have to know how many threads per inches.
Right.
So if it's 24 as I use, so I'm gonna need 24 bobbins.
Right.
So if I have any stripes or something, then it has to be placed in order to have my design on that 1 inches. And then every thread will be bring through that, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
So, but normally I will put that further in front of the loop,
Yeah.
so it's straight, always straight with the inches I'm doing, and then I roll.
And that kind of helps, gives a good tension too if it's back there coming straight through.
Yeah, totally.
It kind of keeps it uniform all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's really important. Tension
Nice.
is important.
Nice. Awesome. Well, do you want to go through some of the stuff you make when you're working here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. We'll go over to the bench and show what you've got.
There's so
Yeah. So over here you have some of the stuff you make with your weaving.
yes.
You do dish towels.
Dish towel, scarf, shawl, or I can just weave fabric, which I will use to do whatever I want.
Okay. The dish towels and the triangle scarves and the shawls seem to be really popular, eh?
Yes, yes.
And you can get pretty artistic on your triangle stars too.
Yes, because basically I can use all the leftover from the dish towel, or sometime I won't have enough at the end for dish towel, but then I can use that part to make a scarf, a triangle scarf.
Nice.
So which there's many here. So because I can, it's like a patchwork.
Yeah, like the quilted thing or patchwork.
Yeah.
I noticed you have like
so I can
leftover weaving.
Wait.
And this is some of the stuff that you use to do the triangle scarves, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I can plan also to do a little bit, I'll do some creative things with some feathers or something that I want to incorporate in a special piece.
Nice.
For example, or
so it's not always leftovers. Sometimes you make it specific for the shawl.
Either
or the scarf.
or.
That's true, eh? Yeah.
So I can use all those leftover from other fabric that I wove.
Nice.
Make them look nice together and make another triangle scarf.
Do you want to grab a couple of the triangle scarves off and?
Yes. So here's one that was a red warp.
So you have a pattern that you use, right?
Yeah, basically triangle, and I place all my little leftover pieces, place them here on my table, and make sure everything looks nice. And from there I go to the sewing table.
Nice. Put it all together.
Put it all together.
Nice.
After that, then I work on the lining.
Okay.
Too. The finishing.
Finish the inside of it.
Yeah.
And
so it's soft and
so you
warm.
know what? Not only hand make the outside fabric, the weaving, the design, but I noticed the muskox buttons.
Yes.
You also make those as well, personally.
Yes. So I have muskox horn, and I cut them into nice form, and so I use them as button to button
awesome.
the triangle scarf.
Nice. Because you've been up to the north, up to
In Nuvik.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Yellowknife for 3 years, but I also I used to go to the Northern Art Festival in Nunavik.
Yeah.
And that's where I got the muskox horn.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, you would have gone this past year, but the COVID hit and there was no traveling, so yeah. Which is a shame because you did a lot of business up there as well, didn't you?
Yes, a lot of tourists.
Yeah.
Even the locals. There's no really weaver over there.
Okay, right.
So they really enjoy it, and I use a lot of Northern Light colors because I enjoy it.
Nice.
After living in Yellowknife for 3 years. So.
You kind of inspired by that, eh?
Yeah, I got inspired by that. It's showing my works, and so it speaks to them too.
Nice.
So.
And the cool thing is when you go to that festival too, you've talked about being able to work with other artists, brainstorm on ideas, but as well as doing workshops, right? Teaching each other different techniques and stuff. So you've done, you learned tufting up there, right?
Yeah.
And beadwork.
Hair tufting, beadworks, working with fur. So I work a lot with fur too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and the dish towels too, which have really grown in popularity this last little while too.
That's great.
You've done, exactly, eh? You do some different styles in those. Like, I noticed you've talked about waffle before, and I think it's like the texture you do in one of them.
It's a pattern that you do. So you can have some pattern that will make your dish towel looks more texture.
Okay. They seem to feel thicker, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the way it's woven.
Okay.
That's the only thing. But also waffle will make your fabric kind of shrink after it's out of the loom a little bit more.
Okay, because there's not as much.
Because the way the thread are intricate together,
Okay.
then it kind of...
There's more space for it to shrink.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if you want a certain width, then you have to plan to set up your loom way larger.
Okay.
So when it come out of the loom, you have the perfect
The right
width.
size.
Yeah.
Okay. And I noticed too, the cool thing, you got the Thorhaven tags.
Yay!
And so you tag basically all of your work now
Yes.
with these tags, with our logo and
Yeah.
a little
I love
made
the
with
logo.
love on the back.
I love the. Sorry, I cut you.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not
notice.
The little made with love on the back.
Yes.
Yeah, so the other stuff you make is the shawls and scarves and that kind of thing as well, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And I noticed with those two, you kind of find a name that has some sort of historic meaning.
I love to give a story to
Yeah.
my items.
Yeah.
Normally I do all unique items.
Yeah.
I don't like repeating stuff.
I've never seen.
I mean, beside the dishcloth that
Yeah, besides
can
the
be,
dish towels.
mass produced.
Yeah.
I'm a more creative person, so I like to do original and unique pieces, which is also great for the customer. It's like you don't have the same in the world; you just have one.
No one's gonna get the same one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So,
cool.
I love that.
Nice.
Nice.
Is there anything else you want to talk about the looms or the weaving or show off to anyone or? No? All right.
You're gonna have to cut this one.
No.
The last
no,
part of it?
Not gonna cut it at all.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna say.
Oh no.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
If you have any questions,
Yeah.
shoot it.
Answer or make a comment below on the video or shoot us an email or anything like that. And
Yeah.
we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Brigitte can answer any technical stuff about the loom or get you set up and get you guys weaving as well. You talked about doing classes this summer possibly if all goes well.
COVID goes away.
Yeah, yeah. So thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Thanks again.
See you.